Welcome to part 2 of 3D Grips in Inventor 2008. I'm going to continue on where I left off. I'm going to start a sketch on this face and draw a rectangle, but I'm not going to dimension the rectangle. And I'll go ahead and extrude this out at 4 inches. So 3D grips are available for this feature, doesn't matter the shape. Grip panels are available. Again, its shape doesn't matter. The appropriate grip panels will be presented for the shape of the feature. I can drag and pull, no problem. Now let's take a closer look at what happens with 3D grips and a feature and the sketch underneath the feature. If I left mouse click and hold, I should say select this 3D grip handle, and I point to the edge of a feature, notice what happens to the tooltip. I have a sketch constraint, a collinear constraint icon being presented to me. What's about to happen is a collinear constraint will be placed on the underlying sketch of the feature which I'm editing with the 3D grip handle. So their constraint is placed. Same thing here. If I left mouse click and select and point to an edge, a collinear constraint will be placed to the underlying sketch that supports the face of the 3D grip handle I selected. Now these indeed are constraints. If we take a closer look at the sketch, we'll see the collinear constraint. There's the first one. And if we look at the other side over here, there's the second collinear constraint. I'll take another look at we'll take a look at the 3D grip panels in a little more depth. Let's go ahead and set this up here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move this. Notice that as I bring the feature close to the edge, the constraint is automatically placed for me. That's what the little blue line indicates. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this feature with a 3D grip. Just drag it to a new position. But now what happens when I edit this block or this rectangular shape with 3D grips? I'm going to left mouse click and select this 3D grip handle for this face. I'm then going to point to and select this face that's right next to it. Now watch what happens to the position of this face. It snaps to position. It snaps right alongside of the face that I picked. Now this was a snap. This was not a constraint. To illustrate that, let me go ahead and edit this guy here, drag it on up, and you'll see that the face of the block that I just edited with 3D grips does not follow. That's because when I edit 3D grips, if the face is defined by the extent of an extrude command, the face will snap to the object that I select. If the face is defined by the position of the sketch in the extrude command, a constraint will be applied to the sketch of the face that I selected with the 3D grips. To illustrate this, if I edit the underlying base feature here, because of those collinear constraints, the rectangle follows. I hope that was helpful to you. Then this concludes part 2.